Hey everybody, ZeoLightning returns for another part of Let's Play Mega Man Unlimited for the PC, and this is brought to you by GamingOne.com. In this part, we're going to be doing a certain something. Now, I'm sure you've noticed the letters here, Y-O-K-U, which stands for Yoku, and you know the Yoku is the name of the blocks that you see, the reappearing, disappearing blocks that everyone dislikes. Well, there's going to be a certain thing with those, but first we've got to collect the letters. So let's go after them. The first one we want is in Jetman stage. Alright, so a little bit after the checkpoint, you remember these two blow-up explosive walls? Well, using Nitro Man's weapon, you can blow them both up. It's a little bit harder to do with the tank arsenal. So it's preferred that you use the Nitro Blast. Dang, these birds. Anyway, just keep following this path. Beware of those bomber guys. They'll show up every now and then. They'll actually show up on the opposite side of the screen after he passes. And just because you shoot them doesn't mean that's the end of them. Okay. There we go. Now you can see the Y. Well, we're gonna have to make our way back to it because we're going forward. And that was just me being really stupid. Shit. There we go. Those magic missile enemies are really annoying. Just run backwards and keep shooting. And there we go. Get the Y. I don't know why I tried to do that. Let's try making this jump again. Can I make it through this without dying, please? Thank you. And after all that, it leads you back over here. Let's pick up these goodies, and I'll meet you at the next level. Next up is Try Nitro Man. Alright, so just past the first two Scorpion robots, you want to slide and make your way over to this edge right here. Now you can either, I like to do it this way, but it's safer to do it with Rush Jet. Here's a little nod to Mega Man 5. Gravity Man. It even comes with the sound effect. Shit. Go. Don't be fooled, that's not a W tank, that's an M tank. Unfortunately, there are no M tanks in this game. Kinda sucks. Shit. Gotta be careful, you don't want to be gravity reversed into the abyss above. Whew, that was close. before I died so bad. You want to watch out for this. Because, yeah, that's some bullshit. There we go. Quite an adventure before you make it back to the normal route, which starts over here. So, I'll meet you at the next Robot Master. Next on our hit list is Rainbow Man stage. Alright, so a little bit after the checkpoint, when you reach this point, you want to get Comet Dash. Dash right here! Okay. And you'll get to this area. One annoying thing about this pot of gold enemies is that you can hit the projectiles instead of them. Shit, I missed. You gotta be careful. Those beams appear rather quickly. Extra life. And over here is the letter of interest, the K. After that, slide and we're pretty much at the boss. It's actually also a really neat check. It's not shorter than taking the actual path, but it's a good shortcut. And very last on our hit list is Tank Man. Alright. Now, when you reach this room, with that one guy, there's this little alcove here. You can slide into it. This is actually, I was surprised at myself that I found it, but this is actually really one of the most cleverly hidden letters. Probably the most cleverly hidden. I think this is a really clever idea how they hid it. Back up here, because we're going to need to do that same trick to get the U. And that is the all 4 letters. Heading on the path will take you straight to the tank mini-boss.
Hey, okay, so after you've collected the letters Y, O, K, U, you've now unlocked a special level that you can access on the select menu. So we're just gonna ignore this cutscene again for probably the last time, and you have to wait a while before you can actually access this. And you'll see a face. Click start as soon as you see the face, and you'll go to the secret robot master of this game, Yoku Man. And here to guest with me for Yoku Man stage, I give you
StarsimsUniverse. Hello guys.
Yes, this is the creator.
Yes, I'm his creator.
Welcome, Star Sims. It's great to have you along.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem.
There's Feiku Baroku, or otherwise known as Yoku Critter.
Yeah, that was a very interesting enemy type, and I was also surprised to see the return of the Mega Man 9 copy bots. From
I think their official name is Shadow Mega Men.
Yeah, from Plugman stage. I thought that was a really cool nod. This game also introduced something I never thought I'd ever see in a Mega Man game: Yoku spikes.
Our game's not the first to have those. They have been in a few hacks, Mega Man hacks.
Oh.
With spikes.
So I thought I'd also do, while having Star Sims here, I'd do a Q&A. So let's go ahead and start. First question I got for you is, what was the inspiration behind Yoku Man?
I think it's back when I was working on Mushroom Kingdom Fusion. So I did other fan games. That was my first. And I did World 3 for that, and it was, surprise, surprise, Mega Man themed. And I wanted to include a disappearing block puzzle stage. And it was while I was doing that, something dawned on me. Why not create a disappearing block boss? It dawned from that, and it's weird. Like, Capcom had never done anything like that, and I thought, why haven't they? And why don't I do it? And but then the developers of Mushroom Kingdom Fusion said, we don't want any made-up bosses. We want to keep to the canon of Mega Man here. So they wouldn't let me do it.
Right there. I don't know. I literally don't know what happened, but the edge. I tried to hold right and get onto the edge, but I just slipped off of it somehow.
You're lucky you're there, though, because a lot of people constantly fall down, get hit, beat grabs them again, and they fall down, they waste all of their beat calls.
Yeah, I was fortunate to land in a spot where it was easy to retaliate. So I quickly got the nail shield off as fast as I could. But go ahead and continue.
Yeah, so they denied him being made then. I didn't even come up with a name yet or anything. It was just a concept. But then, as time went on, I finally met Phil, saw his videos, and said, "Hey, Phil, you should make a game out of this." And the rest is history. And then it was around that time that I think it was around after he'd made Comic Woman. It dawned on me, hey, I still have that idea for a disappearing block boss. And I said to him, "Oh, you're having trouble? There's that weird glitch when you try to hit the corner of a block."
Yeah, I'm not exactly reaching the block, and
that's a bit of an oversight in the game, in the coding. You shouldn't really do that in the official games. You don't clip on the edge like that. You would either land on it properly, or you would just fall down. You shouldn't have to clip like that. Yeah,
I'm hoping that maybe if you can get Phil to see that sometime, that'd be really cool. Because before this version released, I'm playing this on the second version, which is 1.1 something. There was actually a problem with using a controller for this game, where if you hold up and then a direction, if you hold right and then a direction after, a direction up after holding right, you continue in that direction, and it'd be awkward for the controller. At some points.
It did fix that later on. Because that's the cool thing, when people reported all these little glitches and bugs, and even now, Phil's still doing it. He makes changes in the latest versions. So version 1.2 that's coming soon with Endless is made a lot of other new changes. He's added more midway points in easy mode, because a lot of people complained about the length of the stages. So that's a cool bonus.
Yeah. I thought easy mode would be enough, but I guess people still complain.
Well, then he had to insert instant kill mode.
Oh, instant kill mode is a special little nugget. Probably when this Let's Play is finished, I'm going to actually try attempting to stream the entirety of insta kill mode on my Twitch channel.
Good luck.
So, yeah. Stages like this are going to be hard. Stages like this are going to be hard, and I went the wrong way. This part is an entire maze, so going the wrong way just leads you in the wrong direction, and you got to start over from rooms.
this was inspired by ROM hacks as well. This was coded in ROM hacks. You know that Mega Man 2 had a special transition coding where you could just tell Mega Man to appear in an entirely different room. So I thought, hey, why not put that in this fan game? You know, but it's strange that the official games never did it. It's a cool little gimmick, you know, like an endless maze. You know?
Yeah. And eventually it's not that hard to figure out either. So it's a very nice maze. Okay, so let me move on to the next question here. Okay, this is a question that I kind of wondered myself for a while. But what happened to you during that 2 years that you disappeared? Because for a while you were just not seen for the longest time.
Yeah, I vanished from the internet. Well, it's the typical thing, isn't it? My laptop went kaput. I lost all my files, contacts, bookmarks, all that stuff. I hate when that happens, because then you've got to like find everything again, you know, like start from scratch. But I couldn't start from scratch until 2 years later, because I didn't have a laptop till then, you know. Didn't have the money to buy a new one. Didn't have a smartphone or tablets. I didn't think they even had them back then. They're pretty recent stuff, isn't it?
I guess you didn't have access to a library or anything of the sort?
No, they didn't have anything digital then. You know, there were still old-fashioned libraries without computers. No. Now they're okay, and I can actually confirm that my local library does have one now. But yeah, I got back in contact with Phil and was intrigued to find out that he'd changed he'd gone from Multimedia Fusion engine to the new C++ engine, and got a whole new team together to make the game. So who knows, whether I'd have stayed with him, things might have been different, I don't know. But because of that, unfortunately, I didn't get to work on YokuMan stage anymore. I'd lost all my assets to the level, and he had to take over. But a lot of what you're seeing here, all these gimmicks and stuff, they're all originally my idea, like the spikes, the enemies that were chosen for the level, the maze. All this is originally my idea, it's just that Phil implemented them himself.
So it's kind of like he took your inspiration and just and ran with it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we both designed YokuMan together as well. Yeah, so everything that we went through several phases. Like he looked more like apparently like a transformer originally, the original design we did, and we tried to make it more Mega Man-ish afterwards. And the version you know now is what we ended up with.
Well, it certainly came out great because YokuMan is very well designed.
Thanks.
Alright, so I guess that kind of answers the next question about did you design YokuMan stage and...
Unfortunately not, but I did do... I did the fake block enemy. But originally, I wanted him to be part of the puzzles. This one you're seeing right now that's appearing. There you just shot him straight away, but I originally intended him to be part of the puzzles that you'd have to use him as a block. You know, rather than kill them.
Yeah.
They'd appear and you'd have to jump on it and quickly get across the room before he starts chasing you. Which you don't actually do in this level, do you? They don't ever
I don't think there's I don't actually think there's a time where you use them, you know, unfortunately.
No. That was my original intention before Phil took over. But luckily, for the new Endless mode coming soon, I've managed to do a new puzzle where you finally get to use the fake block properly as a puzzle.
Ah, cool.
Which is cool. So I finally got to give him his proper use, his original intention. Yeah, I also wanted to do... There was originally going to be an electrical ladder press enemy in the level. You remember in Mega Man 4, when you climbed ladders, there was like an enemy that was on the ladder and it was shut on you when you're trying to climb it?
Yeah, I remember.
Similar enemy to that was originally going to be in this level, but that was cut out. I wanted to do Yoku ladders as well.
That would be interesting. Yoku ladders. Yeah. I've never heard of
the coding involved to do that would have been horrendous. So, like, you know, it's harder than you think to do something like that.
Oh, I have no doubt that just the coding for this game is just ensured that it took 4 years in its development to take.
It did.
Okay, so A while back, I remember saying, you saying YokuMan was free to use, right? For anyone who wanted to use them. Has anyone ever asked you if they could use them in their games, or have you seen anyone else use them in their games?
No, not yet. Anyway, I don't really mind if they don't, because like I'm not forcing them to.
I'd really like to see like ways they could try to make YokuMan.
True.
I'm not sure if they would use the same strategies as YokuMan coming up, which we're almost to them already.
I wouldn't mind if they'd use the character and just give him a different boss fight though. Like it'd be cool to just give him some variety. Different times you fight him in other games, he'd do a different tactic.
Because the way he fights here, he summons up one of the Yoku blocks. You have to dodge. It's better to wait on the other block until he does his attack. And when he's down there, you can shoot him and you're done. That was the boss fight. Nope. I'm kidding.
We've changed that for the new version. It got a bit tedious, that. I didn't originally want him to do that fake out every time. I originally intended him to do that when he's near death, to surprise you. You think you've killed him, but then he comes back one last time, yeah? That's the original intention of that.
Oh, okay.
And for the new version that's coming out, we fixed that. He now does that only near death.
Oh, that's interesting. So does that mean you're able to shoot him freely when he's down there now?
That's right, yeah.
Okay, so you can actually get extra hits on him because...
Yeah, and that also doesn't waste weapon energy, because sometimes when you use like a Nitro Blast on him down there, it wouldn't cost any of his life. So you've wasted a whole bar of energy on him, and yet he hasn't lost any energy. And it's meant to be his weakness when he's down there, isn't it? When it's a fake out, isn't it? So he doesn't lose any energy. So you waste a bit of your weapon.
Yeah. And it's easier to wait on the platform and let him appear before you ascend. So this way you know where he's going to spawn, because he can the little block that moves can actually do damage to you.
It can. Also, I see a lot of people do that. They go to the bottom with him and stand with him with the spikes. I've not seen many people stay up top. Just wait for
I did notice that it's probably a smarter idea just to wait up there.
Yeah, that was the intention of it. Yeah, I'd stay up there so you're away from the spikes. Yeah.
But
I don't think people know who's going to come back up again. They think he'll just stand there forever.
In here, you can hop across it. You can hop across them, and they just despawn after a while, and you can start to phase up. The attack he does will lock onto you vertically, so
that's right.
It's easier just to dodge it while ascending. So the original intention was this, right? When he's about to die.
Yep. And
now he's dead.
I love doing that. It's a fake and then the real.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure to do that.
Right, so you did pretty well there.
Yeah.
Was that your first time doing it?
No, I've actually before I let's play this game, I made sure to beat it in completion because I wanted to make sure I did this game justice. And YokuMan stage took me a lot of practice because it's a very tough stage. And with that, we get the Yoku attack, which which my mind draws a blank on who it's effective against besides a certain other boss that we'll be getting to later. But I still have some questions, so
Go ahead.
all right, so